a little bit of Madden 20. You got Tariq Cohen in the background. Hell yeah, baby.
Now from Orlando, the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
Now Brees on the bootleg.
Oh,
and his
wow.
first pass is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his 3rd Pro Bowl in 4 seasons.
What the hell? He just needed a ball.
Derwin James, who had a sensational rookie season in L.A., he makes the tackle. The starting defense now for the AFC.
One of the best young safeties in the NFL, Jamal Adams. Keep an eye out for him because no one is safe when he's on the field, including mascots. Just ask Pat the Patriot. Jamal Adams was also the 2019 Pro Bowl Defensive MVP.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 14 yards there at a first down. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gurley again here on first down. He was brought down by Xavier Howard of Miami. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well. But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Brees. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the AFC in possession of the football to start quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Let's go, man.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Mahomes finding his fellow Chief Hill for the AFC first down. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
DeMarcus Lawrence of the Cowboys there on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tariq Cohen of the Bears back deep for the NFC. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense, and Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
From the gun on third down, Breeze.
Oh, no way. You have to do that.
And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep the offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC is in for 6. Jason Myers now for the extra point.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's see what freaking Elliott can do.
Now the leading rusher in the league, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys, his second Pro Bowl. The Bengals' Geno Atkins on the stop. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every
come on.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Ertz has it left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Sets up the screen to Gordon.
Wow.
Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing now is Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Mahomes finding Hopkins for the AFC first. So we're at halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Gordon. Fletcher Cox, the Eagles all-pro, there to make the tackle.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
This is Gordon trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year for the Rams, there on the stop. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the NFC is going to get the football at their own 20.
Freaking Aaron Rodgers.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down.
Oh, come on.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
Oh, let's go for it.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Breeze.
Yeah.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 3 that time. And the NFC has a first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. On first down, it's Gurley. Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
36.
On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Yeah.
It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. To throw is Breeze. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Breeze now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
This is good.
Ready. Yellow lady.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And it's caught.
Let's go.
It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
PAT up and good by Rosas. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off by an NFC touchdown.
That's right. Just gotta hold him, trying to hold him.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. To throw is Mahomes. Gets it to Gordon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Put him down.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Oh, you gotta pick
The
that.
linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes.
Yeah.
Can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That's right, baby. That's
Now
right.
the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Yeah.
Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the AFC. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the
2. OT, baby, OT.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Yeah.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. It's Connor as they stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack of the Bears, the one to make the tackle. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Gordon.
No way.
And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions. Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Gordon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They'll try and run for it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Yeah, to start off in Madden 20, you start off with the Pro Bowl.
Mabu,
What's up?
is Happy there?
No, I don't know where he went.
I was gonna ask him when he wanted to go to the movies.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6.
Yeah.
Forgot he
And he'll be
coaches.
brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
Come on.
For the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So, Charles, final thoughts.
You guys are
on
gonna
this
hop on
AFC victory?
fucking
Black Ops 4?
yeah, Black Ops.
Welcome to Madden
say you don't have
NFL
Black Ops
20.
down
Here
here.
you can try the all-new
downloading.
QB1 face of the franchise, or enjoy the Madden you already know and love with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise,
Playing
or
tonight,
equip.